Naromine, picked up by Bevan. Bevan's off early, and he's going to go in under the sticks. Wow, what an impact! What a shock first up. Luke Bevan scooping on a bit of early ball that was dropped by the Naromine side. Puts himself in under the sticks. He's a kicker too, he'll love that. And after 30 seconds, the Boars are on the board. Parks 5, Naromine 0 with a kick to come. Maso, what a start.
It's exactly the start Parks needed here, Michael. Obviously, the forward's going to get tired later in the match, so early points on the board was key for the Boars.
How good's this Luke Bevan? I think heading into the future, if he does decide to stick around here in Australia, being of Welsh heritage, I think he could go a long way. I know there's a few league sides having a look at him for next year, and the Boars will be desperate to keep hold of him. What's your thoughts on Luke?
Yeah, he's a crucial key to this Park side, isn't he, Michael? And the Boars would love to see him stay, but let's see how he goes here during this next 80 minutes. Thanks,
Maso. Well, let's get our breath back here. What a start to the game. First try to Luke Bevan. He kicks the conversion. 7-0 to the Parks Boars. And wow, that would really put a chink in the armour of the Naromine Gorillas as the Boars cart the ball forward through Lawenakula. Getting over the top was Chislett, back to Nash. Here's Big Joe Rusgas. He's met in a big solid tackle there, and that included from the Naromine side Keith Mayer as they cart forward once again there through Michael Thomas. They get the ball back to Miles. Miles says to Bevan, let's get out of here, Lukey boy. And he puts one down the sideline. It rolls out into touch. Actually, it's gone out on the full. We'll talk about rocks and diamonds there from Luke Bevan. He wouldn't have been looking for that, mate.
No, not at all, Michael. So Naromine back on the attack quickly here.
Where do they look to here? Naromine with their players. McCutcheon there at 10. They look to have a fairly good back line, and they're set to set out the back line here. McCutcheon barking orders. It goes in. It's taken there by Brown. Brown brings the ball back in. They set up a maul and they start to push. Miles out the back there trying to clean up a few Naromine players as the ball comes back through the centre there. In the middle was Dave Weir. Also there Charlie Tuck doing his thing. Waiting at the back there for the ball to come out is Jack Bell as they get over the top. Comes back here through Ma. Ma goes down in the tackle. They have a bit of a look around. Bit of backslapping going on there as the ball's carted forward there through Tim Allworth. Allworth takes the ball to ground. And they go again through Weir. Weir taken to ground there in a good tackle. Benny Ryan in the defence as they decide to use the ball through McCutcheon. McCutcheon taken by Lawenakula. Also there is Lowe. They get over the top. Ma gets through. The ball's about to come back to Brown. And it comes to Bell. Bell out the back. Taking the ball forward there was Mick Harris. Mick Harris taken in a good tackle. Back to Bell. Bell feeds McCutcheon. McCutcheon on the outside to Battersall. Battersall taken in a good tackle. This is brilliant set up here by the Naromine side. And as I say that, I put the kiss of death on him, Maso. Pressure relieved off the Boars side. But Naromine looking good in the early stages, as are the Boars.
Yeah, both teams looking pretty good here, Michael. Jack Bell, he's only 18 or 17 years of age, so it'd be really interesting to see how he goes.
Young Jack Bell there, one to have a look at there from Maso. And this Naromine side, Maso, as we do have a break in play, gee, they've been a good side in whatever competition they've played in. They've dropped back now, as have Parks, to the competition that they're playing in now. But they were up in Blau's Cup. They fought out a really good grand final going back last 2 years ago when Josh was at the helm. And back in the Blau's Cup days, they were also doing good things.
Yeah, they are a very impressive side, Michael, and obviously what we're having now, scrum, that's where they're really impressive, and they might hurt the Boars here.
The Boars have had a little bit of trouble when it does come to the scrums over the past 6 or so weeks as the competition has rolled on. They do have a different looking front row today. Mickey T up there along with Scotty Chislett and also Jason Lowe with Benny Ryan heading back to the back of the scrum. How do you think that'll work out?
Yeah, that'll be a huge improvement for the Boars there, Michael. Obviously, when we go all the way back to round one, Mudgee dominated the scrums as we see Naromine doing here, but the ball comes back.
The ball comes out the back as Maso said. And Miles is there to clean it up. He gets the ball back to Rusgus. Rusgus takes the ball forward. He's hitting a good tackle. Dan Ryan cleans out over the top along with Chislett as Benny Ryan starts to cut the ball forward. He's taken there in a good two-man tackle. They spear it out to Bevan. Bevan kicks it our way, and it is going to head into touch. No, it isn't. Taking the ball on the full there was Brennan. Brennan brings the ball forward. He was met in a tackle there by Bevan, and he's going to be driven into touch, is he? No, he's able to keep himself in. I'm not sure how, but he does keep himself in play as it comes back to Bell. Bell feeds the ball through to Harris. Harris taken in a good tackle. Back to Bell. Bell across to Big Davey Weir. He said, give me the ball, let me charge it forward, and he gets to within 10 metres of the Boars line. It comes through the back line to Battersall. Battersall hitting a good tackle. He's quick to get the ball back to Bell. Bell has a decoy there running through. It was the 6, which was Tim Allworth. Eventually the ball come out the back, and we do have a penalty here to Naromine. They're coming back over. The advantage was played. And it will be a penalty to the Boars, to Naromine. A high shot there from the Boars, and here comes the pressure from Naromine, Mace.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael. We'll probably see them kick it out as they do and try and maul and push the Boars over the line.
Is this a key thing for Naromine to set up that maul to try and dominate and use their bigger forwards?
Yeah, spot on, Michael. They're nearly picture perfect whenever they do a maul or a scrum, so key here for Naromine.
As the ball's about to come into the line out, Dave Weir feeds it in. They go up. They bring the ball down through Harris. Harris taken to ground. Waiting at the back is Bell. Another penalty. Another penalty here to the Naromine side. They're really starting to build the pressure here are Naromine as Bell kicks for touch. These early points might prove to be crucial from the Park side as Naromine sets up at the back. McCutcheon's got players in motion. He's brought Brennan across from his wing to set in along with Ryan Battersall as the ball goes up. It comes back through Harris. They're set up. Jonah Rusgus, like a thief in the night, has stolen the ball for the Boars, and they've been let off the hook there, the Boars.
Yeah, spot on, Michael. Just the maul obviously didn't go right there when the jumper brought it back.
Bevan looks to kick for touch. It has been touched. This will be an ideal result for the Park side. It looked to have been touched. Let's see what's happening here, and it is a line out to the Parks Boars. Meso, a little bit of luck there for the Boars.
Yeah, spot on, Michael, but obviously Boars trying to get a bit of field possession now, and we'll see how they go off this line out.
Do you think that they will go to the kick to Bevan?
Yeah, they should, Michael, because obviously they need a bit more field possession here, and obviously don't want to be drilled down here for too long.
And we have seen in the past how far Bevan can kick this ball, although they seem to be set up out the back here. The ball goes to Ryan, to Miles. Miles gets it across to Lowenakula. Lowenakula carts the ball forward. He's lost it out the back. And, wow, the Boars looking to build pressure. They had good field position. They were set up. And Meso, once again, they've lost the ball. And this has been a thing for the Boars all year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been, Michael. But you just feel if the Boars can hold on here, they might just still be able to salvage something out of this first quarter of the game.
Scrum will pack here 25 metres away from the Parks line. They're left to defend their line once again. The Welsh boys doing their thing out the back line. Short arm penalty, and it comes out the back, and off go Naromine, although scrappy ball there. Battersall picks it up. Oh no, he doesn't. Bevan ends up with the ball, and once again Luke Bevan, he's like a junkyard dog on scrap. Look at him go all the way to the line. Bevan straight in under the post. The balls are in again, and Luke Bevan critical once again. The ball come down, he scooped it up, away he went Meso, and wow, Luke Bevan has really put his stamp on this game.
Just a very scrappy pass there off the short arm for Naromine, obviously looking to get the ball quickly out to the wing, and Luke Bevan stole it like a thief of the night, and geez, did he show some pace.
He has shown some toe, and when you need your big players to stand up, Bevan has said, Let's go, boys. And he's really leading the way here for the Boars. A really, really good try. 10 points to 0. And we are only 10 minutes into the game. There's been opportunist tries there for the Boars both times, but you do take the points when they are available.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael. And Bevan, he'll be loving this. 10 minutes in and he was just about to slot his 14th point over.
14 points early. 14 points early.
Runaway try there to the Boars number 10, Luke Bevan. Luke converts his own try, making the score 14-0.
Luke Bevan adds the extras there. Boars 14-0. Gee, this has been a good start to the Boars as the ball is kicked by Naromine. Jonah Rusgus takes the ball, the big fella. What's he like at home, Meso, before a game? Let's get a bit of insight into Jonah. We'll dish a bit of dirt up on him while he's out there. What's he like at home before the game?
Yeah, obviously, like everyone, he gets pretty nervous before a game, but yeah, he's got his rituals as everyone does, and obviously paying off this year for the Boars.
I'm led to believe, I've had a couple of dinners with him, I'm led to believe he could eat anyone out of house and home.
That's exactly right, Michael. He puts the food bill through the roof.
Yeah, but he's a very good player, mate, and you must be proud of him. He's won a couple of grand finals now. One with CSU, and he's looking for another one here with the Parks Boars.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael, and obviously hometown would be a lot sweeter for him to get a premiership with the Boars and see how he goes.
Well, he's doing a good job, is Jonah, as the ball was kicked through there by Joey Nash. Now, it's ended up being a penalty to the Naromine side, so the ball is booted into touch. It's only just gone into touch, but good field possession here once again for the Naromine Boars. Oh, boys, not the Boars, the boys. As the line out is about to be fed through Weir. Feeds it in the line out. Up goes Harris. Back to Bell. Bell goes across to McCutcheon. McCutcheon hits a good line, and they're starting to roll through here the Naromine side, although it gets a bit scrappy at the bottom of the ruck there. I thought there was a little knock on in there. As look at Benny Ryan getting in there and doing his thing. The Boars just setting up there as it comes back to Harris. There's a bit of a lull there. I don't know what happened there, Mesa. They were sort of scrapping around, and both teams were calling to get players in and out as Weir takes the ball forward. Bell waits at the back. Although it's going to be Ma who looks like he's going to cart it forward. He's met there by Michael Thomas. Pound for pound, probably one of the toughest front rowers in the comp. He's not real big, Meso, and doesn't fit the bill of a front rower in rugby union, but he does a good job.
He does do a very good job, Michael, and yeah, obviously good impact here for the Boars this year.
Just speaking of Naromine here, they're very clinical when it comes to the breakdown. They're very clinical when it comes to the ruck, the maul, the line out, the scrum. They've got three big boppers up front in Charlie Tuck, Dave Weir and Ma. They're telling me that Tuck's one of the best front rowers in the comp, and he's doing a good job here along with his co-men up front. Being in the engine room yourself, mate, so you know what it takes. So it does make football a lot easier when these blokes can get the job done, and they're doing a good job of it, Naromine.
Yeah, that's right. And obviously Charlie Tuck, he's played in almost 3 grand finals in a row, trying to make it 4 this year, and we'll see if he can make it after this 80 minutes.
As the ball comes back here through Harris. Harris was up to get the ball. It's about to come back to Bell. Bell gets the ball out to McCutcheon. McCutcheon has players in motion as Connor Farah nearly takes the head off the 13 there, which was Dylan Ryan. Makes you wonder how a bloke like Connor Farah could get up so high to get to make a head-high tackle. He's only about 5 foot nothing, but he's a bloody good player, Connor, and it was a head-high. The referee has called Joshy Miles out here to have a bit of a yarn. And he's going to have a bit of a chat to him about the what's going on here. And the ref also having a bit of a chat to the players. Our producer John says hi on high. Did he jump to get it, John? Not at all. Not at all. No intent. Accidental high tackle there from Farah as once again Naromine look to build pressure here. Where do they look to here, Meso, out the back line?
Yeah, but I think they just need to try keep rolling the balls over in this maul, only 5 metres out here, and we'll see what they can produce.
Rightio, the ball's about to come through Weir. Goes to Harris. Harris comes down as they start to set up, do the Naromine Gorillas. Taking the ball at the back there. It looks to be Weir. It was Weir, and it's a try. Try to the Naromine Gorillas. They strike back. No, it wasn't Weir. Yes, it was Weir. He's at the bottom there. They eventually got him out of the bottom of the sandwich there, and he has come up with the try. Has number 2, Dave Weir. He's been good so far. He fed the line out. He was patient getting in behind the maul, and he was rewarded with a 5-pointer there. 14 points to 5. We're only 15 minutes into this game, Mo, so it seems like it's been going for an eternity.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael. And just off that maul there, obviously the ball's trying to twist and try disorganise Naromine, but Weir, a lot of experience and knows exactly what's happening.
First try of the game for the Gorillas, Dave Weir. Kicker here is number 15, which is Doug Potter. Doug hasn't really been seen too much in the game so far, but he has got a conversion here, looking to take the tally on to 7 for the Naromine Gorillas. He stares it down. He moves in. He strikes it. He likes it. And it's an extra 2 to the Naromine Gorillas. Score 14 points to 7, and the Boars are in front 25 minutes into the game. Parks, Boars 14, Naromine Gorillas 7.
What are you in year 6 yet? Year 7, where you at?
As the Boars feed the line out here. Oh, Russi had a big look there, Meso. And the ball has been knocked on. Josh Miles looks to scoop through. There's a bit of messy play. We do have a penalty. Meso, once again, the Boars were looking to build pressure, and they were unable to. Russi had a big look there. Coughs the ball up, and unfortunately they've let Naromine off the hook once again.
Yeah, they had great field possession there, Michael, and obviously a great touch finder there for Naromine, and they're inside the Boars 50.
Okay, as the ball is kicked into touch, we will have a line out here. This is a really strong part of the Naromine game. It's probably kept them in the game. The Boars' back line has been really good as the young fella Bell goes for a bit of a scurry. Dan Ryan looked to tip the ball out of his hands but was unable to, as the Naromine Gorillas set up once again. Getting to the base of the scrum and coming through there was number 4, which is Coleman. Coleman taken in a good tackle there. It comes back through. Going forward, Madgwick. They're set up out the back here. The Naromine Gorillas, they're 22 metres away from the Parks line. They set up once again. Look at this, Mesa. They're just pick and drive all day. McCutcheon probably hasn't touched the ball near as much as I thought he would. And the Boars have got away with one here, a penalty. I'm not sure what it's for. Holding looks to be the call, and the Boars, each team letting each other off the hook. I'd hate to go fishing.
Yeah, that's right, Michael, and obviously a great pilfer there. I couldn't see which Boar it was, but obviously a great way to get out of trouble there for the Boars.
Let's see if they can do something here without dropping the ball. The Boars, they really need to need to hang on to the ball. Hear a bit of call out the back. Here he is again. I dare say that's directed straight at Russi Lewenakula. He had a big look last time, and they're trying to play mind games with the big fella as the ball looks to be turned over here. It has been. Wow. The Boars just can't get into the game when it comes to these rucks and comes to these mauls as the ball comes through from Coleman. Coleman back to Bell. Bell to McCutcheon. He hits a short ball there to the 13, Dylan Ryan. Ryan taken in a good tackle. McCutcheon has to get in and get his hands dirty. It comes back to Bell. Bell goes out the back through Harris. Harris on a good run. He has Paddy Jones to beat. Paddy in over the top, stops him. As the ball comes back to Coleman and knocked on. That was a great hit. Looked to be Jake Dooley in over the top. There it was, Dools. And the new recruiter's got the ball back for the Boars. Here comes dancing Joe Nash out the back line. The knock-on's been called. We're going to come back and play for a scrum. May so exciting, but what about the hit from Dooley?
Huge let-off for the Boars there, Michael. And yeah, great hit. See a lot of them today, I think.
Mick Harris still trying to get his breath back there. I don't know if it's from the run or from the hit, one or the other. It's really knocked the wind out of him. Jake Dooley, a really good player. He went down, he took on the big boys down in Group 9 Rugby League and done a great job down there. And he's back in Parks, a good pickup for Joshy Miles and his squad here to have a quality fullback like that slotting back in. You've seen Dooley play in the league, Meso, and it's good to see him up here in the Boars colours.
Yeah, it is great to see him, Michael, and we've just had a ball limping off over the far side there. I think it might be Pat Jones.
Pat Jones off, yeah, you're right. Paddy Jones has hurt himself. That's not a good sign at all for the Boars. He's a very good winger as Blake Ridges gets the ball from the scrum. We will get an update on young Paddy, but looks like he's in a fair bit of discomfort as the ball comes out the back. Bevan says, let's go play downtown, boys. He kicks the ball into touch with that big boot. Although he's going to play to the strengths here of Naromine once again, line out. We've seen what they do. They ruck, they pick and drive, they ruck, they pick and drive, look to hit their backs. Their backs have probably been dominated by Parks so far, but yeah, it's interesting to see the tactics of the Boars wanting to turn the ball over.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael. Obviously, the wind's not very favourable for the Boars this half, but next half, Luke Bevan will be able to drill the balls down there with his beautiful kicks.
Not sure what has happened here to Lewenakula either. He's left the field, so we will find out what's happened to Russi. He's heading up to the sheds with the trainer there, Ruzdog, and he's going to be looked at by the looks of things. So that's not a good sign for the Boars. Kath Ryan, I can see there, the team. Well, what would you call it? Team everything. Going down to have a look at Russi, so we will get an update on Russi and also Pat Jones, a couple of replacements for the Boars, which isn't good. You don't like to see injuries in any part of the game. As we're back underway, Naromine won the line out, got it back to Bell. Harris, who's spilt the ball twice now in 2 minutes, has spilled it once again. We are looking for an injury update from the Boars, so we've sent a message out across the other side of the field to hopefully find out what's happened. But Paddy Jones is out, Lewenakula off. Not a good day for injuries so far. Of course, we see the young lass earlier on in the day, Bianca, who's gone to hospital, so not a real good day for injuries for the Boars, and not good heading into a grand final, Mace.
No, it's not, Michael, but yeah, the Boars will hopefully be able to hold out here, and just a re-scrum we'll have here.
that scrum. The Boars really need to be a lot better at scrum time, as we see Rory Knock, who's been brought into the game. He's in the front row there. I'm not sure who he has replaced. It might have been a bit of a shuffle up with Luana Kula heading to the sheds. It was Scotty Chislett's headed to flanker. Rory Knock into the game. He's played 2,386 games for the Boars, has Rory, throughout his career, I think. And I think his father has eclipsed him by about 6. So they've been around the Boars for a long time, have the Knock family, as Joshy Miles feeds a scrum. And they've been dominated here, the Boars. Miles was able to pick it up and get away from the scrum that was turning quickly on the halfway line. Jonah Rusgis carts the ball forward. It comes out the back. Dan Ryan gets it across to Thomas. Thomas goes forward. They look to set up here and pick and drive themselves the balls, although Miles was called for the ball. It's come out the back. It's a little trick play from Bevan. He's chipped over the top. Coming through was Dooley and also Curtis Davis. Well, Curtis Davis may as well have not been out there. I haven't seen him even touch the ball yet so far, the electric Curtis Davis. It's sort of been the two opportunist tries from the Boars. A try from Naromine, and then I dare say the possession would be nearly 70-30 to the Naromine Gorillas.
That's exactly right, Michael. Naromine been dominating possession, but just not being able to capitalise with enough points.
As the ball goes through there from Potter, he sends it downfield. It takes a bigger bounce than I've seen a couple take in the US Open this morning in the Gulf. Trickles out over the dead ball line, and Dooley says we'll have the ball back here. And the Boars get good field position there from a pretty ordinary kick from Potter, although that bounce didn't help. And once again, the Boars will be on the attack. But blokes like Davis that haven't touched the ball. Same for the Naromine side, though. It's been a battle of the forwards. We rarely have seen Battersall touch the ball. Ryan out the back line there, and Potter's only touched the ball once or twice. So it's been a grind through the forwards. Naromine have come here with a mindset to keep the ball away, obviously, from the electric back line of the Boars. But the Boars have counteracted it and done a little bit the same.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael. I think the Boars have been holding their own very well here in the forwards, and just see how they can go with this last 14 minutes before half-time. 14
minutes to go, as Meso did mention, as the Boars were quick to get that ball out. Miles gets the ball to Ridges. Ridges across to Bevan onto Dooley. He looks to break the line. He's taken there in a good tackle. He gets the ball back to Miles. Miles across to Joey Nash. Joey says, I'm only a winger, mate. What are you doing giving it to me here? But he does take it forward. He gets held up, and oh my God, the Boars turn the ball over once again. Joey was unable to get rid of it, mate. So this isn't good stuff for the Boars. They really need to hang on to that ball.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael. The 7, Mick Harris there, making a great pilfer and out of trouble there for Naromine, and a great kick there.
As the ball goes into touch, Naromine do have the breeze behind their back here, so that is an advantage. They're looking to take that to their advantage, and the Boars will have that in the second half. Seeing Luke Bevan, the way he kicks the ball, he might put it into Pioneer Oval if he gets hold of one. As the ball goes through, Harris goes up. Going through there was Coleman. Coleman gets taken in a good tackle. The Boars are looking for the ball as it comes back to Bell. McCutcheon awaits. McCutcheon gets the ball to Battersall. Battersall out the back to Potter. He had a big look. He's turned the ball over, and here go the Boars again. It gets out to Brad Watt. Watt taken in a tackle, a ball and all tackle, and goes back through Davis. Davis gets it to Bevan. Jonah Rusgis says, what am I doing out in the back line? I don't want the ball yet, as they come down, and taken in a good tackle there was Nash. Over the top go the Boars. The possession starts to swing a little bit as they cart it forward through Michael Thomas. They need to settle down here, the Boars. If they play calm footy, they're right in the right spot. Dan Ryan, probably the best player in the comp. In most regards, he would be, and we have a penalty right in front here to the Boars. Do you think they look a gift horse in the mouth here, Meso, or do you think they'll take the 3?
Oh, you'd think they'd have to take the 3 here, Michael. Like, just yeah. So, yeah, it looks like they're taking the 3.
3 points here. My car's parked behind there. I'd hate to see Bevan put one through the windscreen, but yeah, the Welsh insurance will cover that. Josh will cover that. As Bevan is about to take the kick. The black and white jumpers, Meso. We've got an auction here later on tonight. The Boars playing in a charity jumper. Of course, it's to help with mental health. The money will go to the Rural Mental Health Association. A great initiative by the Boars. They do it every year. They pick out a sponsor, a charity. They go ahead and do the auctions of the jumpers. A little bit different with COVID this year, having to do it up here at the Oval after the game. But it is a thing that the community does get behind.
That's exactly right, Michael. And obviously a great crowd here today. So hopefully some good proceeds go to the local mental health foundation.
And black and white, I don't know why or who come up with the black and white, but to see a Parks team in black and white, other than probably the Magpies that play in the hockey, it's like it's not like watching something that we're used to for a Park side. As the kick is going to go straight down the throat of Dan Ryan. He's on the quick shifter, Joey Nash. Nash chucks a dummy and goes himself. They get over the top of him. Waiting at the back is Rory Knock. He gets a ball across to Jonah Rusgis. Rusgis carts it forward. It takes 3 to get him down. Connor Farrer over the top to protect the ball with Dan Ryan. And also low as the ball shoots back. Bevan, he kicks the ball and he gets it a long way downtown into that stiff breeze. It's taken by the fullback Potter. He looks up. He sees Davis. Davis takes him in a good tackle. They get over the top. Oh, there's scrappy ball there at the back for Naromine. 100% that was a knock-on. We don't have a replay, but it's the closest thing I've seen to a knock-on as they cart forward. The ball taken forward there by number 5, Jack Madrick. And there's a penalty to the Parks Boars. So in what looked to be a knock-on and wasn't called has now turned into a penalty to the Boars. And Connor Farrer getting a little bit hot under the collar. He's been hit with a head high already. How much of this will he understand from the ref, Connor? He might... no, he'll hear the lot, Connor. He's good. He's just give the boys a bit of a welcoming party here today. As Josh Miles and also Farrer are spoken to. It's only going to be a penalty, no send-off. They just got a bit hot under the collar, Meso. But, yeah, funny bit of play there.
Yeah, it was, Michael. As we thought, there was a knock-on over the far side there, but Naromine getting away with one and a penalty here.
Potter kicks the ball for touch. It's a big touch finder too. Here we go again. Line out. They'll go to their strengths. They'll look to turn it over as they have all game. As the ball about to be fed into the line out by Weir. Weir feeds the ball into the linehouse. Up goes Harris to take the ball. Also in there was Luke Brown. They start to push forward. They're a big, strong, mobile pack. The Naromine Gorillas. They look to turn the Boars around. The Boars looking to get that ball to ground. Miles right in the centre of it. Brad Watt right in the centre of it. Penalty again to Naromine. Wow, they're winning the possession. They're winning the rucks. They're winning the mauls. And they're winning the penalty count. The Gorillas, they're behind on the scoreboard, but they've had every opportunity to get that ball over the line.
Yeah, very dangerous, this penalty, Michael, and as they do, they kick it out and probably look to maul it again.
So Parks will need to be on their best here. Dan and Ben Ryan and Co in the middle there. Jonah Rusgis in there also. They're going to be put to pressure here, the Boars, as Weir looks to feed the line out once again. Harris at the front, it goes to the back, and Brown bats it out the back. A knock-on against the Naromine Gorillas just when they were looking dangerous. Off the hook go the Boars once again. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to play here in the first half. Parks Boars 17, Naromine Gorillas 7 in an entertaining grand final qualifier. The winner will head to Mudgee where the Wombats await at Glenwillow Park, one of the best grounds anywhere in country football, and it'll be quite a spectacle whoever the Mudgee Wombats play. Parks have probably been unlucky against them twice this year. Naromine have beat them, so you'd think whoever goes into this grand final against Mudgee, although they have been so strong, we'd think it'd be nearly even money of each.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael. But if the Boars do go on to the grand final, obviously they'll have to fix their scrums, they'll have to fix their mauls. So a lot of improvement to be had for the Boars.
Definitely, and Naromine have no worries in that whatsoever as they collapse the scrum once again here. And Rory Knock gets up, shaking his head. This morning he was probably hoping he wasn't chucked into the middle of a scrum when he woke up that was collapsing. But Like I said, he's done it 2,864 times, or however many games he's played for the Boars, Rory, and he's a good bloke, Rory. He'll love every minute of that. And he has been a stalwart of the club, a president, I think, of the club, a captain, coach of first grade, maybe. He's been there, he's done that, he's done a lot. As the Boars win the scrum, as it comes back to Blake Ridges, carts the ball forward, a premiership winner with the Trundle Boomers in Woodbridge Cup Rugby League last year, along with a couple of the boys here, as the ball goes out the back here, and Bevan hoiks this one into touch. 35 metres away from the Boars line, and once again, line out, and Naromine will get a taste of possession. Weir feeds the line out. Up goes Harris as we see a maul here once again. The ball just being teeted at the back of the scrum there. Madgwick's in there along with Coleman. Also pushing the ball forward. Bell at the back. He's barking instructions. He tangled up a little bit there with Dan Ryan. Talk about a mismatch. David v Goliath, but Ryan's back to business and back into the maul. Have a go at this from the Naromine Gorillas. They're looking to push their way. They keep pushing. They'll end up in Spicer Park. They look to push the balls over the line. Dan Ryan, though, ends up out the back with Weir. The ball still in the middle. It's Coleman who has the ball. It's back to Bell to McCutcheon. McCutcheon sets up out the back and links up with his winger, who gets the ball across to the fullback Potter. Pushing forward there was Brennan. He's taken in a good ball and all tackle. He's been mauled by three Boars here, including Bevan, Dooley, Davis and Nash. They're all in there trying to hold this ball up. Exciting bit of play, and once again they go back to the Naromine pep play of them all. They start to push. The ref's seen enough. Boars ball. Wow, what a great bit of defence there from the Boars, but Naromine once again threatening. They push hard in their mauls, and it was good defence by the Boars, but equally as good from Naromine.
Yeah, spot on, Michael, and great defence there from Dooley and Nash there. Obviously holding the ball up, and you would have heard the ref say use it, and obviously Naromine didn't use it, so Boars will get a scrum.
Something's happened here. The ref's called out number 15, Potter. There might have been a little bit of stuff going on that we couldn't hear of. Harris also in there just having a bit of a yarn to the referee. This isn't all over here for the Boars though, Meso. They're going to have to probably scrum their way out of trouble here, and it hasn't been a strong point of the Boars game so far.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Michael, and Naromine's still so dominant in their scrums even as time goes on. So we'll just see how this scrum pans out.
We have got a little bit of a conversation happening here in the middle of the field. Miles just having a yarn to his troops. And it's going to be a penalty to the Boars now, so we didn't hear what quite happened there. It was originally going to be a scrum, but it's a penalty now to the Boars as Luke Bevan looks to put this one into our laps and goes pretty close. Hits John's Rolls Royce here that he has set up, producing out of the back of. Producer John gives us a bit of a funny look there. Rolls Royce was probably understating as the ball goes back to Rusgas. Oh, back out the back line to Blake Ridges. He had a really big look there, and once again let off the hook are the Naromine Gorillas, and they go on the attack. Waiting at the back is Coleman. Coleman picks it up and looks to push it forward there. Rusgas, who's lost the headgear, I don't know what's going on there. He takes he makes the tackle. It comes out the back. A little bit of a trick play there through Weir. Weir comes back across. He's taken in a tackle by Ridges. It comes out the back to the number 8, which is Brown. Brown carts the ball forward. Over the top go the Naromine Gorillas. Whatever happens here, it's going to be a penalty to the Gorillas. They're just going to cart the ball forward here. It wouldn't be too long, you wouldn't think, until he does blow this penalty, the referee, although he's going to play advantage. It comes back. They hit the drop goal through Potter, and it's a penalty. He's missed the drop goal. We'll wait to see what he does here. Well, they might. Do you think they'll take the 3 here, Meso?
I think they should, Michael, because that obviously just puts them within a converted try. But and seeing they went for the field goal shot there, whether that was just to use the advantage or whether they wanted that 3 points, we'll wait and see.
Now they're going to play. They say, let's play ball. I think, yeah, they do, Naromine. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. This is crucial to the Boars. They need to hold the Naromine Gorillas out here as once again we go to that line out. I reckon we'd be near up around the 20 line out so far for the game, maybe even more. Weir'll have the old spaghetti arms by the end of the day. He's fed a few in here as he is about to feed once again. Harris awaits along with Brown. It goes to Harris at the front. They hold him up and they look to maul. And the Boars get over the top here. This is resurgent from the Boars as the ball comes back to Harris. Harris taking in a good tackle. Waiting at the back is Bell. Bell pushes the ball through to McCutcheon. McCutcheon out the back to Battersall. He looks up. He sees Ridges. Ridges takes him along with Curtis Davis. Down goes Battersall. It's about to come out the back here to Bell. He awaits the ball. He gets it. It comes across here to number 4. And the number 4 is Coleman. Coleman taking in a good tackle, although getting the ball, Farah. How did he come up with the ball? Farah hit in a big tackle there. And the Boars get the ball back. 1 minute away from half time. Miles looks to cool things down. He gets the ball back here and it's taken forward there by Rusgus. Rusgus taking in a good ball and all tackle. And I think Naromine got the ball back. They have. It comes across to Bell. Bell gets it to Brown. Brown out the back to fullback Potter. Along the wing to Heap. Heap taken in a good tackle. He's heaped into touch, pardon the pun. And the Boars are going to go to halftime, you would think, with a 17-7 lead. A line out once again, and a good bit of rugby there from both sides, Meso.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Boars were looking for there. I think Tuck and Mayer would have just maybe switched off that line out a little bit, obviously not engaging with their jumper enough, and the Boars got to push them over and obviously put Naromine on the back foot.
Boars feed the line out. It goes to big Danny Ryan and Joshy Miles. Where did he get a kicking licence from anyway? Must think it's going to be half time. He's kicked it into touch. It's going to be a line out here to Naromine, and if they hold this ball up, they're going to get a crack. Wow, that was a bizarre bit of play there from the captain of the Boars, Miles, as the ball goes to Harris. And it is a penalty here awaiting for Naromine, so they're going to get another crack. McCutcheon gets the ball. He feeds it to Heap. Heap puts a little chip in over the top. Dooley will cover that all day. It's going to be a penalty, though, so they will get another crack, the Naromine Gorillas. Meso, a bizarre bit of play there from Josh Miles. There was still 30 seconds left on the clock. He's kicked it for touch. Naromine have been able to get the penalty, and they get one more crack before half-time.
Yeah, might have been a bit of a miscommunication there between the captain and the ref, and just bizarre there from Miles.
Uncharacteristic anyway. The Naromine boys, you can imagine what they're going to do here. They're going to go on the charge, line out, maul, or ruck, and look to pick and drive their way to the line here. It's been a facet of their game so far as we're about to feed the line out. And he does. Oh, Dan Ryan goes close to pilfering the ball there. As the ball comes through, they're mauling their way to the line, are the Gorillas. Dan Ryan looks to hold the ball up. They get over the line, Naromine, and the Boars hold on. Wow, what a bit of defence there going into half-time. The Boars were let off the hook big time. Has he called half-time? He has called half-time. That is half-time in the first grade. It's been a really, really good game so far. We might get President Kevy Oliver in here. He's shaking his head, but we've dobbed in already, Kevy. Come in, Kev. Good, Kevy. Kevy, a really good half there from your boys. They've done a good job. 17-7 at half-time. A couple of opportunistic tries, but you'll take them.
Oh, definitely, mate. The boys are looking good. My heart's beating through my chest. So hopefully these boys come back out the same way they started the first half, and we keep on going on with the job.
Just taking away from this game for a second, second grade already into the grand final. Stewie's done a great job with the Boars second grade side to get them to that grand final. You had a couple out today that'll come back into the side, and they'll play Naromine once again. It was a close game today, and the boys would have to be brimming with confidence.
Yeah, that's right, Mikey. We played them over in Naromine and they got us on the post, and same here today, but be a different game come Mudgee next weekend. The boys are ready to roll. So.
And the girls, I've spoken to you about this all year, and we've been doing this live cast all year, but the girls have been a great revelation to your club. Probably a few more tickets through the gate, a few more people coming through the gate to watch the girls play, and it adds that extra dynamic. What has it done, do you think, for the club?
Oh, mate, it's changed the club so much. You just got to look on the hill, and it's fantastic to see the girls out there having a crack. They're all loving it, which is awesome, and yeah, they're a great bunch of girls.
And our thoughts to Bianca. Bianca that broke a leg a bit earlier on in the day?
Yeah, that's right. Bianca's done her ankle and she's sitting in the hospital, and we'll go and check on her and see how she's going. So,
but she'll bounce back. She'll probably just miss those wild celebrations. I know these girls know how to party, and they'll do so within COVID rules, no doubt, tonight. But Kevy, thanks for your time. Good luck here in the second half, and hopefully your boys can march on through to another grand final under Josh Miles.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mikey. Cheers.